God bless Ben. Met him when he was 17. He's 40 years old now. You have a special place in heaven, Ben. But Wayne and I had a chance to do here what we had been doing in Washington. Oh, and Jay, there he is over there. We thought that the formula that we were pursuing here would really work. And what was the formula? It's really pretty simple. Do not spend more than what you take in. You don't have to spend less by slashing things. You need to figure out how to think differently about things. That we felt that tax cuts were a critical part of providing incentives and sending important messages as to how an economy works. And so we came in, and in that first budget, we were able to get to be structurally balanced. And I will never forget Tim and my visit up to New York. And what I really won't forget about it is we went up in the state plane, and when we went back to LaGuardia, they couldn't find the airplane. It was lost among all the jets. So we met with the rating agencies, and the rating agencies basically said there's no way that Ohio can pull itself out of this hole. And the fundamental issue was not only could we not do it because of the politics of balancing the budget, but because they could not see the renaissance of Ohio. I mean, how could Ohio move from being a place where they make widget factories to something that could be more productive, prosperous, and innovative? And we told them at the time what our vision was, and they were very skeptical. But I think gave us the benefit of the doubt and said, you know, show us, don't tell us, show us. And so you might recall we were down in that campaign to 350,000 jobs. That became basically the rallying cry that Ohio had lost 350,000 jobs, and there was no reason why we couldn't get those jobs back. And so, as a result of being structurally balanced in a universe where we're finding as many as 25 states that can't balance their budget now, with the largest tax cuts in America in this state to help small business, low-income folks, reduce the income tax, emphasize more investment and less in consumption, work on workforce, which we do aggressively to make sure that our education system, both K through 12 and higher education, and the great work that Don Lazalier is doing, focusing on workforce, and of course, the creation of Jobs Ohio. And I think what has been lost with Jobs Ohio is that we have been able to attract some of the best and brightest people in this not-for-profit. Many of these people who have come to Jobs Ohio would never have gone to work for the government. They just wouldn't. They don't want to be there. They don't want to work in the bureaucracy. And so we've got, you know, John Miner, who is just brilliant and ethical and terrific. And we did get a couple people out of the old development department. Christy Tanner, who's been energized and has flown all over the world, tracking down Chinese investments in particular. And you think about people who have come from Cardinal Health, people who have come from Rolls-Royce, David Mustine, almost 40 years in the energy business. If you go over there, and I'd invite you all to go over to Jobs Ohio and just feel the vibe of what's happening over there. These are smart, young, dedicated, energetic, innovative people. They're just fantastic. Aaron Pitts just yesterday forced me to call a CEO. I don't usually have to force me. I said, Aaron, I have called this guy. How many times do you want me to call him? He said, you didn't call him. You left him a voicemail. I said, I called him. Turned out Aaron was right. I left him a voicemail. So I called the CEO. And it involves an opportunity for 1,500 new jobs in the Cincinnati area. Whether we're going to get it, we don't really know. But this organization has been able to move at the speed of business rather than the speed of government, and it's made a huge difference.